I pray to God that I don't fuck this tutorial up like I have like the past 5 fucking times. Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Rosen here and I'm here with a brand new video today. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just going through a fuckload of things. That's what I wanted to say. Now, but for real, guys, I'm just going to be literally going through the basics of gun sounds, because the amount of ops I get that have, you know what, I shouldn't swear, but I think I'm going to. It has poop gun sounds, okay? Like, for real. The gun sounds that I see from ops from most people, right, are really bad. Now, I'm just going to do this tutorial really quickly, because some of you still don't know how to do gun sounds, and I don't blame you. I was in the same position, had to learn my way. My way was buying project files. Now, all jokes aside, here, say you have your clip. I'm sorry for the quality of it as well.
You need to just stop.
Okay, so first thing, you want to go get your gun sounds. Now, you can either have your own gun sounds, or you can go to payhib.com is it backslash? payhib.com/Rosen, and you can buy my editing pack, which came out like yesterday or something. And it has gun sounds, it has all of this stuff besides content and the sins, because you can get it yourself. So first thing, drag your swoosh. Swoosh is like the main thing, I suppose. If you want, you can have your bass explosion and whoosh. It's kind of like a swoosh, but it adds more impact. Unless you guys are really like wanting to have some deep sound effects like fucking Tar Club, go ahead. But that's all you're gonna need: a swoosh and your gun sound. So pick your game gun sound. Now, as you can see, we have a DSR, so we're gonna use a DSR one, obviously, and just drag that into your timeline. Now, what you want to do is you want to match it up. Now, a lot of gun sounds, right? So if you see the swoosh, right, you won't really know where the gun hits. And let me just drag in another one. Actually, I think an XPR one is, if I'm correct, right here. So you see, and you're like, okay, where does the gun sound mean then? It will be the highest point of your gun sound, okay? So it will be somewhere between these ranges, okay? This whole thing right here, if you can see, it like builds up, which means that it is either a swoosh or a whoosh, or maybe both of them. So you would just literally drag it, and that's your gun sound right there. Look, if you want to hear it, XPR gun sound, here you go. That is a gun sound, besides the fucking song. But yeah, literally that is how you make sure you get this, and we're gonna make sure we do this with the swoosh. As you can see, highest point right here. So what we're gonna do is we have our gun sound. You have it on your muzzle flash of the gun, and you want to just drag it. So just click on the marker where your shot is, and you just want to align it, the highest point on the swoosh, with the gun sound. So that looks pretty good enough, and this is like 25% done. I'm not even joking. Quick disclaimer, I forgot to say this at the start of the video. This is gonna cover After Effects and Sony Vegas, so don't fucking bitch at me. Oh my god, Sony Vegas. I don't want to hear it, okay? Susan, stop. Bethany, shut the fuck up. What's a man's name? Steven, stop fucking bitching at me, okay? Just let me do what I do, and you will know how to do this in After Effects and Sony Vegas, okay? Anyway, you have your gun sound, right? So this is your swoosh, and this is your DSR gun sound, or whatever gun you're using for the gun sound, right? Now, what you want to do is you want to hold Control on your keyboard, which is literally the bottom left button. It literally is on your keyboard, CTRL, if you don't know what that is. And you want to go to the end, and as you can see, this little icon pops up underneath it. What you want to do is make sure you're at the end of the clip, and all you want to do is left click on your mouse and drag this out, right? Don't drag out too much, like fucking this much, you know? I mean, you can't even drag it that much, but you get the point. You just drag it a bit, and you go to right click on the gun sound properties, and you want to see this, right? Your screen should look like mine. If it says something like this, literally just go here, method, elastic, and then you should have this here. Now what you want to do is click lock to stretch. Now there should be a number that comes up once you click lock to stretch, and once you click off of it. Now what you're going to want to do, right, is you're going to want this number to be anywhere between 5 and 9. Now this doesn't go for all gun sound effects. I know for the DSR and Ballista you want it to be between 5 and 9. For Ballista it's more like 5 to 7 actually, but you get the gist of it, okay? Now, as you saw there, it was -2. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, hold control, go to the end, and just drag it out. Now once you drag it out, go to properties, and as you can see it's on a 6.7, it's fine, it should work. Now once you have that, you're going to do the same thing with a swoosh. Now you're not going to do as much on it with the swoosh though, you should do about 2 to 3, -2 to 3. So hold control again, just stretch it out, and there you go, and then align it with the highest beat right here, well not beat but like the highest point. Click properties, lock to stretch, and as you can see it's 5, so we just drag. If you have anything like, say for example for the DSO it's like 10 or something, literally hold control and just drag it in and it should change. Anyway, as you saw, swoosh has 5.8. we're gonna not do that, we're just gonna hold control and drag it a little bit in, and then align it again, and properties 3.7. you know, that'll do. Now how loud your gun sound is all determined by your song. If your song is as loud as mine, so here, if it's as loud as that, you don't want your gun sound to sound too low. So try and like drag this thing, if you're in Sony Vegas obviously, just drag it down to about, I don't know, -2.6. and if your song is really super really low, just you want to drag this down so you can barely even hear it, because this gun sound will sound high. Now if you are satisfied with your gun sound, now we haven't heard it but I presume we are because I'm a fucking god. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna click on the DSR gun sound or whatever gun you have, and you're gonna hold control, and you're not gonna stretch this out this time. What we're gonna do is you're gonna click on a swoosh, any of this area, right, where you can just click on it and it should turn like the color, right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go like back to the gun sound, and you're gonna keep control. That sounds like a fucking album, bro. Anyway, what you're gonna do is you are going to hold control, and you're gonna left click on your mouse, and you are going to drag this out to the right, and you should have a exact duplicate of your swoosh and DSR. It will all be the same properties, as you can see, everything will be the same, and that is literally all you do. Okay guys, now I'm just gonna tone this down because I think it's gonna be too loud to the song for the preview. So here you go. Again, apologize for the clips and the sync. I done this literally 30 seconds before I started recording, so don't mind the sync. Just don't mind it, please.
Hey, I'ma lock out, I'ma go low with a foe, I'ma pop out, then go low.
Now as you can see, that sounds like really good impact, right? It just has that swoosh, it has that like little, if you wanna guys hear this raw, here you go. This is without the music behind it or the swoosh. That's what it should sound like. Now if you tend to hear this part at the end, like it doesn't fade in, just quickly fade it out like a couple of seconds in and everything, and it should sound even better. As you can see, just fades out nicely. That is literally all you need to do. Now if you aren't quite satisfied yet, you can either keep doing the stretch method where you hold control and everything, but if you are satisfied enough already, then click this little thing here on the DSR gun sound or whatever gun you have again, and you just want to click track event effects, that's what it's called, and this should pop up. Right now, once this pops up, if you are in like another folder like this or something, just go to all, and you should have all of your things. And as you won't need any presets for this, by the way guys, you won't need anything. You're gonna double click on track EQ, and that should already be installed with Sony Vegas. You should have this fucking thing pop up right now. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the 4th point right here, and you're gonna drag it down like this, right? Not too fucking much, because that's gonna sound like it's underwater, and not like this because it's gonna sound like it's screaming. You're gonna do like this much, right? Then you're gonna go to the 3rd point, and you're gonna make a little mountain. You're gonna go to the 2nd one, and you're gonna make a little invert mountain, so you're just going down. And then the 1st one, you're just gonna drag it like this, so it's basically a mini version of number 4. Now once you have that, you should hear a slight change in the gun sound. I'll play it right now. It just has that little bit more impact, and yeah, it's just perfect. Like, it doesn't make much of a difference, but trust me, when it comes to your edit, it's gonna make it sound even better. Now if it doesn't sound as good in your edit, it will be because of the song, right? What you want to do is just take off track EQ and continue with your stretch method, okay? That is all. And you won't need to do this for swoosh, okay? You will not need to do this for the swoosh. I can guarantee you swoosh is already fine. But yeah, that is the tutorial for Sony Vegas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and you guys can have the project file. Now, what the fuck is this app, you may be like? If you're here for the Sony Vegas tutorial, feel free to click off because this is not going to help you at all. This is an After Effects one, where people just fuck up their gun sounds a lot. Unless you're of course a beast, so you don't need to worry about that. So we're going to use the same clip as we already have. We're going to drag that in and I'll do all my syncing and everything, and once I'm done guys, I will get back to you.
Okay.
Right guys, so I've just finished syncing this up. Keeping in mind, literally took me like what, 5 minutes I think, so you guys be able to see that in the time lapse, so you don't bitch at me for, oh my god, this thing is so bad, what the fuck man, what the hell, you're so bad, blah 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 blah. I don't know things to say, but yeah, that's the whole thing. It's synced up, and yep, do the same thing, drag in your DSR with your swoosh, right? And once you've done this, you just want to double click on the DSR. Wait, no you don't. You want to right click on the DSR and new comp from selection. Whoops. And then double click L, and once you have that, there you go. Now you will see that unfortunately my gun sound effect doesn't start here exactly, it starts up on this frame, so it's gonna have to go with it. Now once you have that, what you want to do is literally right click on it and go to time and then time stretch. This is exactly the same thing as you done in Sony Vegas, which is just stretching it out, and that is literally all you have to do. Once you've done that, wanna time stretch it to about, I'd say 125, and once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to click L again for the audio levels, and what you want to do is keyframe this. Now keep your waveform open. You want to go somewhere sensible enough and just want to place a marker, and then you just want to go all the way to the end and drag it all the way down. Not that much, but like -50 will do. And you have your gun sound right there. There you go, that is your gun sound, okay? It's got the same thing, we just time stretched it. If you want to see the raw thing, here you go. I'll just mute this. Here's the raw thing, as you can see. So we just made that a bit more like dense in this one, so that is all we do. Keeping in mind that yours is gonna sound exactly like mine unless you actually buy my editing pack, which I don't even know if you will, but yeah, just take my word for it, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to get your swoosh, and what you want to do here is you want to double click L to find the highest point, which is right here. And as you can see, the frames just won't allow it, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing this in 59. Nope, I'm doing it in 24. Okay, that makes more sense. So you know, it won't allow it here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go composition settings, sorry, and we're gonna go and make the duration of the composition 3 seconds long. And once we've got that, we will just drag the DSR gun sound to like the point where it's the highest, where it meets. And as you can see, it doesn't exactly let me go to the highest point here, but it will do, it will do fine, believe me. Now what you're gonna do here, guys, is you want to go right click on the swoosh again, not again, but just do the same thing as you done with the DSR. Time stretch 125, and there you have it. Now your point will appear somewhere else, so we're just gonna try me the points. Should do here, I hope. But yeah, there you go, and then just cut this part off, and there you go. Now click on your DSR composition, which is this thing right here. Go back to your clip composition and just simply drag that composition out here. And what you want to do is now double click L, and where the highest point goes, that's where you drag it. As you can see, it's right here, so that a gun sound will be there. And what you want to do is double click L and just open up the waveform as well, and just drag the audio levels a little bit lower so it doesn't sound too high. Remember what I said about high. Don't get high unless you're definitely getting high. Now you want to duplicate this, and you simply want to go to the kill cam part if you have one. Click L, waveform, put this back to normal, which is 0, and you want to just drag it where it meets. That's the closest point where it meets. You of course want to adjust this so it actually gets dead on, or at least try to. And once you have that, you should be done, I believe. So let's give this a listen. Now it's a little bit too low, which is perfectly fine. We can just adjust it to about -5, I'd say. This should hopefully meet our expectation.
I'ma lock out, I'ma go low with
Okay, I completely forgot that it syncs here, not there. Right, let's give this a listen.
I'ma lock out, I'ma go low with a foe, I'ma pop out,
And there you go, it sounds near enough like it does with Sony Vegas, and that is literally all you guys need to do. Now of course adjust the sound, like the audio levels, and maybe even like the time stretch and everything, but so far enough that would be good. For me, I would obviously adjust a few things. Now as well as that, you can add things like reverb on this if you really know how to use reverb, but I don't, so I'm not gonna mess with. Jesus, what is with me and just fucking burping and shit. But yeah, I don't really know how to use reverb that much, but if you guys know, then feel free to go ahead, mess around, try and do this, but please just make sure your gun sounds are good, because you're fine with syncing, you know, but your gun sounds just take off the, you know, that like extra +1 rating on your edit, and it just really sucks to see. But yeah, literally that is all you want to do. Have been very basic. I'm not going into too much detail. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, smash the like button. Actually, don't just leave a like, just smash it. I'm gonna save this, and I will leave this all down in the description. And yeah, thank you. Follow me on Twitter. I forgot to say that. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. That is important. If you need anything edited, hit me up on Twitter DMs. I am not free. Do not ask me for free edits, you fucking clowns. Also, PS, 30 FPS clips fucking suck ass. Peace.